Play Game Reviewer, and welcome to my channel. I came across an article in Gamma Sutra which was, I would say, interesting, because I know that game, especially in 2015, it wasn't all that good, unfortunately, and it's, well, procedurally generated content isn't that new from 2015. It's been used since a long time, but I guess we see it from Diablo, Rogue, I would say Spelunky, Daggerfall, Elite, Spore. Yeah, Spore. They all have procedurally generated content, as in the computer generates content randomly. There's no user. It's not like the Nintendo or the console games. Well, not all of them, but a big portion of them were just not randomly generated. I can't think of a single console game in the old days that was like that anyways. If there were some, please tell me. It's not like a fixed map done by a user, or done by some guy or woman or whatever. It's not like that. Like No Man's Sky, for example. They want to make the entire universe procedurally generated. I'm not fucking kidding you. When I saw that presentation, I can't remember, but I know it's this year, the Triple E, I think, or some kind of, I don't know which event, but they all had game developers and all from all the companies like Microsoft, Sony, Bethesda started. I just can't remember it. Oh man, I can't remember. Sorry. No, I'm not. And like the guy had the controller in his hands, and you know, I'm not the guy who's gonna be impressed easily. But when I saw that one, holy shit! He zoomed out of the map, and when he did, my jaw dropped to the floor. As in, what the fuck? This is so fucking huge. What these guys want to do is this. He wants to make the entire solar system inside a game. If you don't know what exactly is a solar system, check it on Google. It's big. It's fucking big. It's... holy shit, it's fucking insane. Looks like they did it. Wow. All I thought at that moment was, holy shit, my hard drive... it's going to be eaten alive by that. Anyways, and then this article goes through a couple of things that procedurally generated content goes through, like like Crusader Kings 2, for example. The personalities of each, I would say king or whatever, or, well, characters, let's say. It's really fantastic if you don't know the context. Like it says here, my elderly male king was impregnated by his gay lover. Yeah, it can be really weird. Or in Shadows of Mordor, which means every orc is unique, and it can have its own personality in some way, which means if you kill him, he's going to come back in whatever way, and he's going to have an effect. Like he can wear a bag on his head instead, or he's going to have a scar because you hit him at a certain point or whatever. Same thing can happen to you, and he's going to get ranks. He's going to get higher rank and so on and so on, or he could have a grudge or something. I don't know. It could be like that. Spelunky. There's not a single level that is the same. That's how generated content can, well, procedurally generated content can do to a game. It's really fun. A civilization, every map is different, or can be different, and so on and so on. But like it says here, I don't know why developers are not going there, but it's not just a content factory. And this is where I want to go through, and I just want to also give my opinion on what can go bad in this. Like, why can't this be used in story? I see a lot of games, and it's... no, don't talk to me yet. And why can't I see... oh man, why can't I just see a game with multiple stories? You know, it's just open it up in a way that you can mod it or add different stories and include it in a game. Yeah, that would be freaking difficult, but if someone can do that, holy shit, he's going to have tons of other stories from the community. And if it's accepted, you know what? Get it inside the game and boom, that's it. Or just play it yourself and you're going to have a different story. This would be nice. Or just, not quests, but you can see it in games, you know? You're going to play a game and you're going to have a different story. And if you follow a certain branch, it's going to finish in a certain way, or it's going to go in a certain way. I would love to see that a lot more. Not necessarily complicated stories, but long, dramatic stories. That's what I love sometimes about stories, like the simple one, as in Go Save the Princess, or Go Fetch Me Herb. You know those MMORPG quests, which like you're supposed to be this fucking hero, and all you do is go get me herb and get it back to the, I don't know, to this medical, to someone which you don't even know and you don't even fucking care. You know, that kind of silly thing. I want this shit to end. That's the thing. But number two, though, that's the thing. Even though you may have like procedurally generated content, which can be awesome, there's one thing that not that I notice, but I really don't want to see is, and I fear it for No Man's Sky, they may have the biggest world, and I tend to see that from time to time in open world games, as in, well, for example, Mad Max. It's not, I guess it's not computer generated, but this is like an open world, but it's a chore. I can literally tell you it's a chore. I'm doing a Let's Play on it, and I'm at like episode 20 or something, and everything is at threat level 0, if you know what I'm talking about, which means doing tasks over and over and over, and you gotta do a whole lot of shit, and it's just a fucking chore. It's not fun anymore, I'm serious. It's long, and you gotta get those upgrades, and just, well, you do those chores to get the upgrades on your car, but holy shit does it take a lot. That's the thing, that's the problem. In No Man's Skies, you may have all of those planets, all of those stars, but is there something to do in there? I'm just going to paraphrase this because there's a video that I saw today from Alloy7, which is a guy you should really subscribe to. He's a really good guy, really smart, by the way, in terms of, I would say, YouTube, and he mixes YouTube and business, and there's all sorts of subjects in that. Really awesome tips. He's just a good guy. He keeps it positive. That's the only reason you need to subscribe to his channel. He earned it. He's a guy that you should. Anyways, I'm just going to paraphrase him. He gave the example of Fallout 4 because he did a review of Fallout 4 some time ago, but for some whatever reason, he just re-released it today. And what he said was something about the exploration, which there's a big lack of in Fallout 4. Not that there's a lag, but there's no reason why you should explore. Like, the exploration is there, the system is there, but there's nothing in it. He gave the example of a village, and you're gonna get this example. I'm just gonna paraphrase him because his video is there, and I have a bad memory today for whatever reason. No, I didn't drink. And there's a village, there's a cave, and there's like a chest in the cave. He knows there's a chest, but when he looked at the village, he looked and, well, he just explored the village, and then he found a key. He said to himself, maybe that's the key to the chest. Exploration, ding! That's not present in Fallout 4, from what he says. I'm just going to paraphrase him, so I may be wrong in that. So, you know, I'm going to look at it later. I'm going to probably correct myself, but if I'm wrong, go ahead, correct me. I assume that's not going to be a problem in No Man's Sky, or I hope that's not a problem. Because you may have like I said, you may have the biggest world, but I hope it's not going to be nothing in it. I hope there's going to be a load of things to do. NPCs, villages, cities, stuff to do, exploration. Think of FTL, this little indie game where it's procedurally generated, but there's so much things you can encounter. Encounters that you get, but are all procedurally generated, and there's a shit ton of things to do. Or, well, shit ton of things that happens. I hope that's what I'm going to see. Personally, I love procedurally generated content. I just hope it's going to get developed more in the future. I really love this. But I'm also afraid in some terms, like I said, No Man's Sky, you know, biggest world, but nothing in it. What do y'all think about that? And I'm going to read that message. So, yeah, see you later.